We're talking the Midwest, making a good drink, working out in the morning versus the evening, living in your car, defending our country, and acting while looking super good looking. I'm talking with Hector Hernandez next.
You are tuned in to Black Hollywood Lives. Breaking into.
This is the song. I feel like this song a lot. You know. Welcome to another edition of Breaking Into here on Black Hollywood Live. I'm your host, James Lott Jr. Listen to a little Juicy J and Neo. I like both of those guys. You can follow me on all social media at James Lott Jr. It's that simple. That's right. So my guest today, very varied life experience. So we're going to talk about a little bit about each of those things that I mentioned at the beginning of the show. Very interesting. He is from the Midwest, which I love the Midwest. Love that. He has a bachelor's in business, 2 certifications, one in bartending, 1 in personal training. He was also in the Army for Operation Iraqi Freedom. As I said, I still believe you're that old. You do all that. Lived in his car for 9 months. And now he's in a TV show called... You play sports agent Michael Stein and autographed the series, correct? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Hector Hernandez.
Thank you for having me.
How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Welcome to the show. You've had. I was reading your resume. You have a lot of stuff that packed in your life.
Yeah, I feel like I'm 50.
Yeah, I totally believe it. Do not look like it at all. Obviously, he's looks like you're 22.
All right.
Must be good living then.
Yeah.
Like you learned some lessons. I'm sure. When I read that out loud, that means you must have learned a lot of life lessons that serve you well today.
Pretty much the hard way.
Yeah, hard heads. Sometimes that works.
I'm
Sometimes.
a big risk taker.
Yeah, which makes sense. When you went into the first of all, thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you.
Seriously, thank you for that because I admire anybody who does that. So when you joined the Army, what was that for you? Why did you join the Army?
For school.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to get an education, and I was like, man, there's nothing going on right now.
Yeah.
This is in 2000, of course.
I look forward to you.
And
there you go.
this is in 2000, and I was like, I just want to get some school, get my college paid for, and then 9/11 happened, and I was like, oh crap, we got to go through with this.
Okay, before 9/11, that's right. Oh my goodness.
So I made a commitment, and I followed through with my commitments.
What did you like? Here's a question for you. What did you learn in the Army that's actually serving you today in your other fields of your other fields of work, like in acting and bartending and personal training, that kind of stuff?
I think it's more like the never quit kind of attitude. I didn't quit on the Army. I didn't go in there to shoot anybody or do anything like that.
Yeah.
I went in there for school. But when I made my commitment, I went, and my daughter was 4 months at the time, so that was kind of like I'm leaving a 4-month-old.
Yeah.
Me and her mother both got deployed at the same time.
Oh, she was in the Army too?
She was.
Wow.
She was. So it was like we're both leaving our 4-month-old daughter, to be pretty much raised by the grandparents while we were gone. So that was pretty rough.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. But you felt a sense of duty to do this and follow through.
Yeah.
It's a good example to her too on some level that her parents are that strong.
Yeah. Definitely.
I would think so. And how did it affect you leaving your daughter? Because you were gone for how long? Like 9 months, you were saying?
9 months.
9 months. And so how did that affect you in that way?
I was watching my baby grow up through pictures that my parents would send me. It sucked. I missed her crawling, her walking. Yeah. It was stuff that really sucked.
Yeah.
But when I came back, the first memory I really have is her walking towards me in the airport.
Oh my God.
I was just like, wow.
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 And shout out to your parents, obviously,
awesome.
for the great job that they stepped in.
Definitely.
I believe in the whole village mentality. So it's like your village came together, didn't they?
They did. They did.
I think it's a great thing. We know about grandparents who come in and some grandparents who don't. But you had grandparents that stepped up and said, we'll come in and help out.
Yeah.
Take care of a young baby.
Go serve the country. We got the kid.
And you are, I have to mention this because, it runs in my family. You're Puerto Rican.
I am Puerto Rican.
Very strong Boricua. I love it.
100%.
I love it. That's great. So we're talking, before you came on, we're talking food. Now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And Puerto Rican food stuff. So what was, how was it over there? Wow, I can't even imagine.
It was a nightmare. I was part of the first deployment. The first people that went over there,
wow.
We were part of the airport raid. We were part of driving from Kuwait to Iraq, which is pretty much a 4-day trip through the desert.
Wow.
You dig holes to use the restroom. You bathe with bottles of water. It's not glamorous.
Talk about driving 4 days in the desert. Like, what do you look at? There's nothing to look at, right?
I mean, I shot expert on a 50 cal, and so they decided that they were going to put me on top of the 50 cal gun. So I was on top of the gun. So the things I were looking for was not getting shot.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, you're a little busy.
I'm like a big target on top of a moving vehicle.
Does not sound fun to me at all. No,
wow. Not at all. It was mortifying. Not only that, but then like the nights when we would go to sleep, like I would dig a hole next to the Humvee and sleep in that hole. Oh, wow. I mean, just in case I got killed, I'm already in the hole, right?
Oh my God! I already dug my grave, so yeah, that'll be great.
Right here, I dug it. It's good.
It's easy for everybody.
Yeah, it's easy for everybody.
But that's a real good thought, though. I mean, so you're constantly. I mean, I even how does this feel? You're constantly on edge on some level.
Oh yeah.
That at any time something can go down.
Yeah, and I think that's where I got the sleeping in the car thing, because I slept in that thing for 4 months.
Was that quite easy? Wasn't it?
I was like, man, the car is like the Hilton compared to Iraq.
Like, and no one's gonna shoot at me. It's like, it'll be fine.
It was good.
Yeah. Oh, I can imagine. Like, that was like the easier part. I mean, of all that. So and in some way, I guess that did inform you were able to do, because you came to Los Angeles to try your luck.
Yeah.
To be in a car. That actually was probably fine for you. You knew how to just shower, like you know how to do all that stuff.
I just got a gym membership at 24 hour, and then I was like, anytime I needed to take a shower, I took a shower, and then I'd go to auditions and do whatever I could.
Yeah, give me a typical day of like when you live in your car. Like, I'm really curious. Like, how does that? I mean, how does you wake up in your car and you're like, okay, what do you do?
You pretty much wake up in your car. You're looking at the roof of your car, saying, "What the hell am I doing?" That's how you're starting off your day.
Yes.
But then you're like, okay, well, for me, it was like, let's get this workout in.
Okay.
I was always on my phone, like looking for auditions, looking for anything that, like, acting wise. I'd go to acting classes. I mean, I would do anything that would put me in a situation to where I can get seen. So I did a lot of background work.
Okay.
I did meet somebody that like kind of introduced me to this company that works with former vets and puts them in movies.
Good.
So I was a bad guy in American Sniper.
Hey, it's a job.
I had a turban on, and you couldn't really tell it was me. They're like,
God.
you're too baby faced. So I was like,
Yes. Oh, that's so funny.
The ultimate curse. Yeah.
You do look young, yes. Which can be against you for certain things.
Right.
So I mean, so you wake up and you're looking for job stuff. I mean, so like, how did you plug your phone in? Like, just stuff like that.
You got the car lighter right there, but I was really like, I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it right. I bought a new car.
Oh, okay.
I could afford a car. I couldn't afford the expensive rent that is out here in LA.
What are you talking about? Rent expensive in LA? No.
But I bought like a SUV so I could lay the seats down.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, and I didn't. Then I put in a power inverter so I could have electricity in there. So I had a little TV and everything. I had my Xbox.
Wow. You had your Xbox.
You gotta take your Xbox with you.
You did do it. Okay, I'll give it to you then. Okay.
I would try to find internet to try to like hook it up online, but I couldn't do that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so now where did you park? Like,
at the gym, actually. It's 24 hours, so it's open 24 hours, so I just sleep.
God, you're so smart. That is so smart to do that. Because in the old days, always like say you go to YMCA, and now gyms are more. Right. You can do that now. You go to YMCA, you can get showers and stuff. But that's very smart of you. You got to work out so you still stayed in shape.
Yeah.
I guess food. You have money for food. Like, how'd you work that out? The whole food situation.
I worked. So I worked for a job that let me work independently. It's as an independent contractor, cleaning people's homes. And helping people move. I still do that on the side.
Okay.
And I work when I want, and they pay me every week. So it's like,
yeah, we got cash on you, so you can actually get food.
I always had food. I always,
Wow.
But it was just I couldn't make enough to pay. Los Angeles rent.
So you said about 9 months. Then what was the hump that you got over to where you could say, now I get a place to live?
Oh no, I met a guy in a commercial. We did a Fox Sports commercial, and me and him just clicked, and he was really cool. And he's like, dude, I'm looking for a roommate, and I'm like,
perfect.
I'm looking for a home.
Yes, exactly. Just basically, I'm looking for a home.
Just looking somewhere to lay my head.
Yes,
so
right.
I even at one point I had all my stuff in storage.
Okay.
And I slept in a storage unit a little bit sometimes.
Oh, wow.
But I did that one right, too, because on the roof of the building, there was like a plug, so I ran an extension cord.
Usually they do have those, yeah.
Yeah, so I had a TV in there, a recliner. I was like, man, let's do this right. Let's do
I'm very impressed. I'm almost like, get rid of my house now. Sounds almost appealing. Like, well, I can just if you set up the right way.
I made it as good. It's not appealing whatsoever.
I know.
It's not cool. It's not cool. Don't do it. But you start thinking, oh my God, I'm pathetic. But I fought. I kept fighting, and I was like, you know what? I came out here. I'm gonna do this. This is something that I've wanted since I was 10. And
okay. So the acting things when you went since you were 10?
Yeah, my dad had a home video camera, and he walked around the house one day during like a family thing, and I kept like jumping in front of the camera saying, "Get it out of my face! Get it out of my face!" And I kept jumping back in the camera. And then when he put it on TV, which was VHS because it was back in the day.
Yes.
And so he put it in the thing, and I was like, "Wow, I'm on TV! That's the coolest thing in the world. I want to do this.
I'm
forever."
amazing. I'm like, my God, I'm a star.
Look at that! Look at that acting presence.
So I mean, okay. So did you do any acting in high school and stuff, or no?
I did do a couple plays,
Okay.
and that was fun. I had one play where I pretended I was an Indian guy the whole time, so I was talking like this the entire time, and I was a detective, and we're trying to solve a murder.
Yeah.
And so I was talking like that.
I love it. Yes, you could look like you could be Indian. I can see that.
Yeah.
I can totally see that. I mean, okay, so she did do some stuff, but then you went to the Army. I'm assuming that was right after high school then.
Yeah, it was 2 years after high school.
Okay,
I went to college for a year, and I was like, I hate school, but I don't want to pay for it. Like, it's like way too expensive. So I was like, oh, maybe I joined the Army. I joined the Army.
But you did get a degree in business.
I did. I got my degree after I got out. Business administration with a focus in marketing and management.
Ooh. Okay, which helps now, obviously.
It helps now in my current employment.
Yes, because number one, you're your own brand at this point. You're an entrepreneur, so to speak. Because
that's my backup job. My job is a personal trainer right now at the Equinox. So
go to him, West LA. Oh, I keep feeling like I know where that one is.
That's right off the 405.
That's what I thought.
You see it every time you drive.
Yeah, I was saying, I see it. Okay, I'm like, yeah. So go to him. He's good. But no, so you mean like saying that nowadays, even when you're an actor, you're your own kind of brand. You're your own entrepreneur too. You get to market yourself. You have to get out there. Yeah, you get agents and things, but you still have to do your own stuff.
Constantly.
Personal training, you have to get people out there, get to know who you are.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You have to talk to everybody.
So okay, first you have a degree in business, so that's great. And you had the Army stuff after you. What made you decide to do get a bartending certification and then the personal training thing?
Well, in the Midwest, the Chicago area, I had a friend.
Love Chicago.
Oh, Chicago's the best.
Oh, love Chicago.
I had a friend that owned a bartending school. And he was like, dude, come in, do bartending. Actually, we can use you. We do a thing called shirtless bartending.
Here we go, kids.
So they slapped the bow tie on me, and they said, go out there and serve some drinks. So I would serve it for bachelor parties, bachelorette parties. I mean, I did a Pam Anderson event one time.
Oh, wow.
And the great thing was I was walking in the back, and she was walking this way. And she was like, oh, you're a cutie. And I was like, oh.
Pam Anderson, hello. I met Pam Anderson. She's actually really nice.
She was.
That's great, though. You got noticed by her. That's good.
Yeah, and then Dennis Rodman told me I made one hell of a drink. He's like, you made one hell of a drink, man. I'm tipsy off that one. I was like, man, if I can make the worm a little tipsy, I make a killer drink.
Dennis Rodman, come on. No, okay, so just let's break this down for a second. So in bartending school, what are they exactly teaching you? Are they teaching you how to make drinks and customer service, or what are they teaching you?
They're teaching you the proper ways to bartend. There's ways where you're not supposed to leave a glass here, or you're not supposed to wash a glass a certain way, or you're not supposed to. I mean, you got to serve a lot of multitude of people and making drinks fast too. That was another thing. We did a lot of speed tests where he gave us drinks. He said, "Go get this, give me this, give me this, give me this." So we're like, it was fun. I liked it. He's a great teacher, and I learned a lot.
Now, what was your signature drink that you just like? You like to make
mojitos. I was good at mojitos.
So you like to muddle? You know how to muddle and everything?
Muddle those bad boys.
Mango mojito sounds good right now. I should have had you make it for me right now.
I like throwing the cherry juice in it.
Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
A drink sounds good, period. Anyway, but that sounds good. That's funny. Were there any drinks you didn't like to make? When someone ordered it, you're like.
No, I didn't really have a problem.
Even when you were busy, there were no I want a blended margarita. No, they were not
the place I worked at didn't do that. Okay, but I did work at a Mexican restaurant one time, bartended there, and I'd make them all the time. But
I'm sure
it was easy. It I mean, you expect to make margaritas at a Mexican restaurant.
Well, there is that part. But I know I go to bars sometimes that are Mexican restaurants that go and they're like, oh, I got to stop and do all this stuff to make the blended drink, and they're really busy.
Yeah.
They roll their eyes a little bit at me.
I mean,
make it.
I don't mind working. You're
like, I'll take it. So the bartending school, how long was the schooling? How long did you go for?
Oh man, was it like
6 months, 9 months?
4 to 6 weeks.
6 weeks? Oh, 6 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
And then you have a test at the end. It
was part of it was like the speed test, and then he just the placement of everything that he wanted done. That make sure you followed it, like placements of napkins. Like everybody gets a straw, everybody gets this. Just making sure that's all done right.
So everybody, you feel if you want to be a good bartender, you should go to some kind of schooling, probably.
I mean, you can learn it on the fly.
I guess you can, but
to be one of the best, you got to go to somebody that's really great at it.
Because they have bartending championships and things. They have all kinds of stuff out there.
Yeah. And he can flare too. He tosses all the bottles in the air.
A little cocktail going on. Yeah,
he was really good. He'd like show off for us, and we're like, that's cool. I want to do that.
I've bartended here and there, but like nothing fancy, of course. And I always thought, what are bartending schools like? Because that would be something that's it really teach you, because you really can't teach. You can teach some customer service, either you have it or you don't, right? I guess.
Definitely.
Either you're friendly and nice or you're not friendly and nice.
Or you're an a-hole.
Exactly. But I guess that part. But I always wondered if they showed you part of that. But basically you said they teach you how to say hi to somebody and place the napkin down, that whole kind of thing.
Definitely.
Oh, that's very cool. So do you do any bartending now at all? Or
no, I
came to California, you started doing it?
I didn't use that at all.
In the Midwest, you did. You said in the Midwest.
I did in the Midwest. I took my clothes off a lot.
But not in Los Angeles, apparently.
No.
Ironic.
There's a funny story about that, but I don't think I should say that one.
Dang it! I'm like, really? You don't think so? I'm like, it's just us sitting here. There's no one listening at all,
right.
Or anything. But that's right. But that makes another good point too, because you are a good-looking guy and you have a great body and stuff.
Thank you.
Do you have to fight that in Hollywood sometimes, or just out there, even in the personal training, people are like, hey, you want to do porn, or hey, come to this, do this shoot and just be totally topless the whole time? I mean, don't you want to be considered more than that?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think I always thought if I got approached to do something like that, I'd be like, one, I have a daughter, so I wouldn't want her to even get exposed to anything like that. Yeah. But two, my own personal self-esteem. Maybe I'm not saying that those people don't have good self-esteem. Right. They're doing it for their reasons, but I just couldn't do it. I even done some things where I'm almost, naked. So I was like, I can't do this. This is too far.
Yeah.
This is too far.
You don't want to look back and regret anything. You want to look back and say, I had a good time. I did that for a certain reason. It was great.
Oh, I have a lot of those.
You said you don't want any more. You're like, I don't want any more of those.
I've got a lot of experience.
You don't want any more of those. Because I would think that especially, now because you're doing this acting thing, because in Hollywood, of course, it's all about looks.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of pressure. Like I grew up right outside of Chicago in a suburb in Indiana, right on the border.
Right. Folks, you don't know this. Things are that states. They're all right there.
It's right connected next to each other. It's by Gary, where Michael Jackson's from.
Okay.
So, but there, I'm like, I feel really confident because I'm like, this is Northwest Indiana. This.
One of those corn-fed boys.
Little slim pickings out there. I come out here, I'm like nothing.
You're like a dime a dozen. You're like a dime a dozen, right? Yeah. No, that's tough. I mean, serious. That's like real talk, because people come out here. You're one of 1,000 people who probably look similar.
Definitely.
Out here. And it's like, how do you handle that yourself? And you have determination, so you kind of just say, I have to not think about that.
I think every audition I try to let go. I just try to say, hey, this is my personality. I'm quirky. I do a bunch of voices. I'm like haha, look at me.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, then on to the next one.
Yeah, that's true. I know a lot of people say they do auditions and they promptly forget about them. Like they go in, do their best work, and then they leave it alone.
Pretty much.
And if it happens, it happens.
I never sit there looking at my phone thinking, oh God, call me.
Oh, I know.
No. It's if I get it, I get it. It's cool. I got.
Well, you're a true LA person now.
Yeah.
You're a hyphenate. You do several jobs.
I've been here 2 years now, so I'm LA guy.
Do you like LA?
I love LA.
Yeah.
I love LA. Everything about it. I've always been a Lakers fan. Well, not always. I grew up a Michael Jordan fan.
I was going to say hello.
I was from Chicago.
Yes.
I grew up a Michael Jordan fan. Chicago Bulls. That's my heart. That's my core. But
Yeah.
then when Michael left, I was like, who's that young man over there in LA just doing it up there? So I was like, hey, Kobe doing it up. So I was like, I'm attracted to greatness.
Okay.
If there's something about somebody that has that kind of drive, that kind of mentality. Which I mean, I like LeBron, but I'm not crazy about like LeBron like that. He's great.
Yeah, obviously,
but he's not them. He doesn't have that killer instinct that they have, and that's what I'm attracted to. I'm attracted to people like that.
I like that. You're like people who are. I always say there's people who are hungry, not thirsty.
Yes.
Yes, difference.
Definitely. There is a huge difference.
Big difference.
And one of my favorite quotes that Kobe said, he's like, I am a lion. Either run with me or run from me.
Okay.
I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Good night, everybody. Drop the mic.
That's
Done.
what I'm talking about.
Done. I like that. No, it's true. I'm a hard worker myself, and I just believe that you come to LA, when you rely on just one thing sometimes, it just doesn't always work out. You should have different things going on. And so now you're doing personal training. Just you got certification for that, so you decided to go through that whole thing. So was that a great experience for you?
Yeah, I actually had to go through the test twice. It wasn't easy the first time.
Wow.
So I took the test the first time. I missed it by like 3 questions. I was like, then like a year passed and I didn't do it. And then I was like, okay, I need something else to facilitate a good income. And still, when I get my clients going, then I'm going to have my own schedule to where I can get my auditions in, keep going.
I was saying, because you have to. There's one thing about LA too. We get into our regular job situations, and you
get
also
lost.
get lost.
I don't want to get lost.
No.
That's what I told them in the interview too, because I told them that I'm passionate about fitness, but I told them I'm passionate about acting as well. Mm-hmm. And they're like, well, you can't do one and not the other. And I go, I'm not the kind of person that believes what you're saying right now.
Right.
I believe if you want something, you can do anything.
Yes, I agree with that.
And that's kind of the way I lead my life.
I agree. Same thing. I mean, tell you saying, well, you can't be both this and this. I'm like, yes, I can.
Yeah. With
great planning, time management, drive, you can do anything you want.
Yeah. Less sleep, but.
Well, I'm a little older than you are. I'm going to tell you something, a little secret for me. I get 7 to 8 hours a night. I do. People
really?
wonder. People always like, James, how you do this? I make the most of the time I'm awake.
That's good. That's good.
Seriously, that's something I'm an organizer by trade. That's what I was telling you before on the show. I organize my time. And some things get let go. I mean, some things I let them go sometimes. I will not work on it for this week. I'll work on it next week. The thing I prioritize really well. I think it's the key. So I do because sleep is very important.
Yeah, I believe that too, and I think I'm the same way. I organize things very well, especially I'm kind of a little OCD, so I need everything a certain way. It's like being a person who cleans people's homes too.
Oh yeah, right.
That's what I do independently. It's like I clean people's homes. I make sure that your place looks amazing.
Oh my god! So does your place look amazing?
Yes.
You're like yes, it does.
Oh, my girlfriend's a chef, so she cooks. I clean.
Okay, very good. It works. I like that. Yeah, no, I just think that sleep isn't work because I need to. I'm old, but also because my body needs to regenerate. Because I just know when I don't get enough sleep, then things fall apart.
Yeah.
Then I miss things. I don't want to miss anything.
Definitely.
So now in school when you did the personal training, so did you learn like kinesiology stuff? Did you learn? I mean, you probably learned all kinds of things.
Kinesiology, biomechanics, all the different muscle groups and how they move and their kind of range of motions. It was a lot.
Tell people it's not just like people think personal trainer. You must just learn how to lift dumbbells or whatever. No, it's really actually a science.
It is.
You have to, and for you to be a certified trainer, you got to know this stuff.
It's a science, and the great thing about Equinox too, they keep training you. They keep teaching you more and more, so you're not just falling to the wayside, forgetting what you learned. And I've been working out since I was 15.
Wow.
So I got some time under.
What did you get out of working out for you? What does it do for you?
Well, at first it was I want to look good.
I want to be big. I want to do this, yeah.
I want the girls to like me, and I got picked on a lot when I was little, so I was like, nobody's gonna pick on me no more.
Okay. That's it, not anymore.
So, those were my motivations growing up. Now it's just, it's like I don't want the next guy to be better than me.
Okay.
and I'm the most competitive person I know.
With yourself probably too.
I am so competitive with myself. I'm like, well, you lifted this last time. Why can't you lift this time? You suck.
So for you, it's more now. It's a different thing. Not so much about what everybody else, so to speak, or girls. Also, it's just now about I want to be the best I can be. Kind of.
I just want to beat the next guy. There's somebody out there working harder than me, and I want to work harder than them.
Okay.
And if you've seen my workouts, you'd be like, oh, okay, you're either trying to kill yourself or you're very competitive.
I was going to ask you, what is your signature thing? Why should people come to you?
My style is more boot camp.
Okay.
I put you through the ringer, but my thing is I want you to hate me while I'm in there so you can love me when you look in the mirror.
Ooh, that's great. I like that.
I want you to look in the mirror and say, you know what, that son of a, hurt me in
exactly.
the gym, but look at me now. I look great. And they're going to come in there and they're going to hug me and they're going to be like, thank you so much.
Wow. And like you said, it's you're telling me off camera, you do a thorough testing.
Yeah, it's called FMS. It's like a full motor skills, type of thing. So they want to see how your body moves and how you can move so we can designate a program exactly for you, because you can't do what a 20-year-old does.
Right.
That's the kind of mentality that it is.
So you do, it's very unique. You do cater to each person. But you have a general style, but you do cater. You do
definitely,
yeah.
And part of it comes from my military. I did a lot of cardio, a lot of cardio. We were on like 5-10 miles every morning.
Oh my God,
that sucks. But I'm kind of grateful at that too, because when I got in, I was like a scrawny little 150-pound kid, and I was kind of like talking junk to the drill sergeants. And they're like, and then they kind of caught on. They're like, you like to work out. You came here. I was like, I came here to work out, drill sergeant. So they're like, okay, stand there. Everybody, get down. So they would smoke everybody else and make me watch. And I was like, well played, drill sergeant. Well played.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's like they got you. It's like saying, let's go to your room. And I love my room. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Sure. Right.
Xbox.
Exactly. It's like somebody's trying all the time. That's pretty funny, actually, because you liked it. They caught on. But they're smart, obviously. They caught on.
Yeah, definitely.
That's right. So, we have to talk about Autograph the Series, Trayvon Martin's thing that he put together. Tell folks what that is. And you play a sports agent, and it's correct.
Yes, I play a sports agent in it. I play his Ari Gold, so to speak, from like Entourage. I'm probably not as charismatic as him because he killed it. I mean, he killed that role.
Yeah, I love Entourage.
No, he's a basketball player, and I'm his agent, and he's doing things with his friends, and he's going through their kind of like dramas that they're going through. So
yeah,
it's pretty interesting. I've seen some of the episodes.
Hasn't been released yet.
No.
You said you've done about 5 or 6 episodes like you're in the can. I can't remember.
Yeah, they got. I think that I should be shooting here again soon.
Oh, good. Yeah. Good. And how'd that come to your life? How'd you meet up with them?
I auditioned for them off of I think in West Hollywood. Yeah, we auditioned and they had me come in. I read the part, then they're like, hold on. I read for another part, like it was a coach or something.
Okay.
And they're like, hold on, can you read this? So it's like, okay, yeah. So I read it. I kind of chanted. They said it's a sports agent, so I'm thinking, okay, who are out there were like agents? Like I was thinking Jerry Maguire. I was thinking Ari Gold from Entourage. I was thinking The Rock now. And
Billions or Ballers.
Ballers. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, let me channel my inner agents. Yes. So and then I did it, and then they called me a little while after that saying, okay, we want you to come in and read again. And so I was like, all right, well, man, okay, I guess I did a good job. So then they called me back like maybe a day later, say, you know what, you killed that role. You're good. You don't need to come in for another one. We got you. This we want you. I was like, cool, awesome, let's do it.
Wow, that's great. And Trayvon, great guy.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a great guy. And so it's good to work with him and work with JJ Green, like his name is.
Yeah.
People on there, young people on there.
A lot of funny people.
Yeah.
JJ's funny.
Yeah, it's a lot of funny people. So that's good. I mean, it's exciting. It's a series. It's coming out soon, and that's kind of great.
Yeah.
You got a nice part in it.
Definitely.
So I guess for them, you look like the sports agent coach type, I guess.
I guess. I don't know. I didn't look at me as a sports agent. I thought I could do the coach. Put a whistle around me and tank top or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, come on, let's go. Let's do this.
Now, I asked my guests same 2 questions because I do believe in that language can really stop us or propel us forward, depending on what you say and how people say to you. We can talk ourselves out of things. We can talk ourselves into things. So here we go. It's your turn. And I always tell people I don't prep these people. I don't tell them the questions beforehand. So.
Yeah, you're just going to drop it on me.
I'm going to drop it on you.
All right.
Number one, numero uno. What word in the English language do you think we should stop saying or take out?
I can't.
Okay.
I don't like that word. Whenever I have somebody in the gym, I can't do that. It's like...
yeah, I like that.
What?
Right.
No, you find a way.
Right.
That's all what I always tell my daughter too. I go, if there's something you want, you find a way. You know, you don't say I can't. I can't doesn't exist.
There's very few things we can't do. I can't fly. I have no wings.
I'll find a way.
You'll find a way. Well, I can't give birth. You'll find a way for that. Very few things.
Hey, the way things are going these
Yeah,
days,
no, that's true.
I'm sure somebody can figure out a way to do that.
I'm past childbearing years. It's okay. Past childbearing years. But not like that. I like that. I can't. Okay, and what word do you think we should either say more or bring back into our vocabulary?
These are just like random, like, oh man.
I've asked everyone on I think it's like my 20-something show. I've asked everybody the same questions.
What word do you think we should bring back?
Or say more of?
I feel like it'd be just like the polar opposite that you can.
Okay, that's good.
Like, don't put that kind of mentality in your mind. That's where everything gets defeated. I think that I think if you stay positive, and people don't understand what staying positive means sometimes, because there's crap that comes your way that just beats you down, and that's gonna test your positivity. It's gonna test that if you want something bad enough. Yeah. Life's gonna throw its curveballs. You gotta hit them.
Yeah, I like that. That's very true.
Yeah.
And the thing is, can is a good word. It's a good word. And you say it, and maybe it'll make you believe it, and then you'll do it.
That's the key. You can't just say it.
Right.
I can.
I can. That means I will. Yeah. Basically, that's what you want to get to. Yeah. I can. I will.
I can. I will. Definitely.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Hector.
All right.
Thanks for being on. It went by fast.
Yeah, it did. It went by real fast.
You have to come back again. We'll talk more. You have to come back when Autograph comes out. Maybe have you guys come back and we'll talk about it more and talk about that. So, folks, where can they find you actually on the interwebs if they want to talk to you or say anything? You're looking at that camera there.
My Instagram is Hector23David.
Always happy pictures.
Do I have happy pictures?
Yeah. Always like you're having a good time.
Oh, I gotta stop that.
He can't. You can't.
Next picture you're gonna see is like,
I know totally things I said. These like happy pictures. I like them on there. It's like a change. Yeah, so thank you. And you can follow me at James Lott Jr. on everything. We have a Breaking Into page on Facebook. On Twitter, you use the handle #BreakingInto. We have lots of shows, not just this one on Back Hollywood Live. You can also find us on YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud, all over the place. Find us, rate us, like us, subscribe. Find my show and like me. I mean my show. Like my show. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
All right.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.